give my last one here, and this guy is not somebody new to football. This guy is back into the team he was before, and I love it for him, especially because of the situation he lands himself in. That's Marvin Jones. He's back in Detroit after 2 seasons in Jacksonville, and I would say one subpar season last year in Jacksonville. His first season in Jacksonville, he's decent, 73 for 832 and 4 touchdowns. But his last 2 seasons in Detroit, when he had Kenny Golladay as the wide receiver 1 there, he flourished as the wide receiver 2. And he did it both in 13 games and 16 games, and he even did it back in 2017 as well with 1,000 yards. But he had 9 touchdowns all 3 of those seasons. I'm going to count out 2018 because of an injury. He only played 9 games. But those 3 seasons of 2017, 19, and 20 as the wide receiver 2 on his team, he had 9 touchdowns and anywhere from 780 to 1,100 yards. He's got great yards after the catch, too. He finds himself in open space very often. He's a veteran receiver, been in the league since 2012. So he's going to be able to help that young receiving room because you lost DJ Chark, who was another guy who he's taken the targets from here. And you have Jamison Williams suspended for 6 games. Somebody else has to catch the ball in Detroit. And if there's success early with Marvin Jones and they're winning ball games with Marvin Jones, don't think just because Jamison Williams comes in that this guy's going to, bite the dust. I think Jamison Williams is a different receiver. Jamison Williams is a pure speed, big play receiver, and Marvin Jones is going to be that possession guy that's going to be open because everybody's going to want to cover Amon-Ra St. Brown. He to me is Amon-Ra St. Brown, or Amon-Ra is him back in the early 2010s when he came into this league. They're very similar receivers.
Yeah, I like it. I think that I'm right on board with you. I think his production is going to be there. He's not coming in as a number 1. I think with the vacancy from Jamison Williams, especially in the first 6 games of the season. I mean, you think about it. Jamison Williams missed training camp last year because of an injury. He's going to miss training camp this year because of a suspension, and he's going to miss the first 6 weeks of the game and the season because of a suspension. And you just can't assume that he's going to come after 6 weeks and just take over a number 2 role.
No, Jamison Williams had 9 targets and he caught 1 ball for 41 yards and a touchdown. And that 1 ball excited everybody.
Right.
I mean, people, let's be honest with yourselves here. He caught 1 pass last year.
And the offense there, they are looking for guys that can make plays. They're looking for guys opposite Amon-Ra St. Brown that are going to be pass catchers. A lot of reports about Sam Laporta, but I don't love the tight end position from Detroit. But there's not a lot of other guys there. They had to cut 2 of their other receivers they because of the gambling issues. So Cephas is gone, and the rest of the wide receiver room is not that stacked. So it's a perfect opportunity for a veteran like Marvin Jones, who kind of knows the style that they want to go in, who wants to be part of the rebuilding and push them in the right direction. Like, this offense can sustain multiple guys like this. And Marvin Jones is a perfect fit too. Like, he's a great route runner. He's going to get open. He's more of a possession receiver. He's not going to break a lot of, his yak's not going to be very high, but they're not going to require him to do that. And this is a guy that you can go and get in the 12th round. He's very, very late in the draft.
Yeah, but he's also, I will say he's a career yak of, on average, over 12. Look, just a quick shot at the dart numbers. I mean, we're talking 11, 11, 12, 12, 14, 18, 16, 12, 12. I mean, career number yak is solid. His yards per target are low. They're all under 10 except for 1 season. And once he left Cincinnati after, his rookie campaign with Cincinnati, and once he got to Detroit in 2016, it just that's his home. That's where he made his bread and butter. That's where he made his money, which got him to a contract with Jacksonville. So I just like it.
Great narrative too. You return home to really bring them to the playoffs and make a push. Think of that. He's part of the contributing reason that they get back to the playoff contention with this team and maybe make a run. Like he's on the depth chart listed as their wide receiver 3,
going Amon-Ra, Jameson, Marvin Jones, which is funny. But again, we know Jameson's a different type of receiver. Jameson Williams, people, is not going to be the guy that's on the field as the wide receiver 2 every play. If they have 2 wide receiver sets, I guarantee you we're going to see Marvin Jones over Williams, just because that Jameson Williams, I don't want to call him a one-trick pony.
Last year with DJ
He's just a different type of receiver. Get the veteran out there. This is probably ending towards the end of career for Marvin Jones, just because he's been in the league since 2012. I mean, this is going on his 11th season. That being said, I just think, to me, this is a guy that's going to carry the locker room. Like, he's a good locker room guy, but he's going to help carry this offense, and that way it's not going to be on Amon-Ra St. Brown's shoulders. And this team is a team ready to win right now. Like, they want to win. And I know you said you don't like the tight ends there. I do like the tight ends there, just because I know how Jared Goff likes his tight ends. He liked them at the Rams, and he likes them here. I mean, don't forget Gerald Everett when he was with the Rams, had some great games. Last year, Brock Wright, as soon as Hawkinson left, Brock Wright had some big games for them too as well. And Sam Laporte is a great pass-catching receiving tight end too. But I just want to say, like, Marvin Jones isn't going to be a guy that you're plugging in yourself every week unless he surprises me. But I'm on the Marvin Jones train. I think this is a guy that if you fill your bench with him, you're going to be happy with his production to be able to plug him into your flex. And he may outplay your flex or your wide receiver 3 on your team just because of opportunity.
We talk about, just guys, the offenses that we like and wanting a piece of it. And this is an offense that we both like. We both think that they're going to be a higher scoring offense. And so why would you not want to take a fly? Like, if you're going to take a flyer on